Well, I'm delighted to be joined by Joe Edwards. Joe, we're previewing the big game against Crystal Palace on Monday night at Molineux. Just had his press conference. Nuno, I guess he doesn't want to look back at the Burnley game. He wants to move forward. Of course, Wolves' destiny from the Europa League point of view is in their own hands, and I guess they've got 2 games to prove that they're worthy of participating in Europe next season.
Yeah, big game. We mentioned must win. This truly is must win for Wolves in that Europa League quest. I think it's a term that's bandied about perhaps a bit too much, but this really kind of fits the description. I mean, they've got to beat Palace. This is Palace team that has lost its last 6 matches as well. So the pressure is really on Wolves. When the pressure has been on in the past, they've tended to respond well. So fingers crossed that's the case again.
Yeah, 2-1 on Wolves to win the game. So bookies see that they're very, very, very strong favourites. But look, you know that Palace have still got some decent players. I mean, Wilfried Zaha is one of the best players in the Premier League. Okay, they might be without Patrick Van Aanholt. I think they are with a dislocated shoulder. They've got a few other injuries. And you look at Palace losing the last 6, maybe on the beach. But if you're complacent, and that's when you will get hurt. They've still got to be on it. And not only do they need to be on it, they need to probably score goals as well, because you don't know what's happening behind them. And with the likes of Arsenal and Tottenham chasing, goal difference could be key come the end of the season. They're all within 2 or 3 goals of each other.
Yeah, it's a great point that they need to win, but they in an ideal world they'll win by at least a decent cushion of 2 or 3 goals. That race is so tight. Arsenal have got 2 particularly good fixtures and could, of course, draw level with Wolves if Wolves were to win against Palace. But it's just, you've got to try and, if you're going to get your lead, turn the screw, don't let your foot off the gas. I mean, we even saw it against Everton. I mean, when Wolves were 3-0 up, they had even more chances. Adama Traore, missing from a few yards out. Nuno was particularly, unhappy with that. So if Wolves, fingers crossed, get themselves into a similar position. I mean, there is a lot to do. It's far easier said than done. I know Palace are in poor form. They have got some injury issues. They don't really have anything to play for other than pride either. But it's far easier said than done. But if you are going to get into that decent lead and get yourself in a decent position, make sure you make the most of it and get a nice goal cushion in the process as well.
Yeah, look, it's 2 more games of 5 substitutes being able to be used in matches, plus Europa League, of course. But it's still to be determined whether this rule comes into it next year as well. If they carry on with these 5 substitutes, I think Nuno was had some pretty strong opinions on whether it should be the same as this season or not.
Well, if it was up to Nuno, it wouldn't carry on. We can safely say that.
I think it was up to Nuno. He wouldn't have it this season either, to be honest.
Yeah, because Wolves have had 7 matches since the restart. They haven't used 5 subs in any of them. 4 is the most. And he won't really want to be using it next season either. He said it's not down to teams having an advantage or things like that, whether it benefits them or not. It's just he wants things to go back to normal. Doesn't like the drinks breaks either. I don't really like the drinks breaks. I think you don't like them. I think they're a bit unnecessarily, especially when it was as freezing as it was up at Burnley on Wednesday night. So, Nuno's not a fan of the 5 subs, not a fan of the drinks breaks. I think that is the general consensus as well. So, 2 more games with it. Won't see Wolves make use of it, I don't suspect. But, we'll see how that goes. But, Palace, mind on that. Nuno thinks it's going to be a tough game, as he always kind of says. But, they can't be underestimated. It's going to be a tough game. Wolves have got to respond, and they've got to be on it to win.
Yeah, Nuno sprang some surprises for the Burnley game. Caught everybody on the hop. Do we expect to see the likes of Johnny and Doc come back into the equation? We know that Raul, or not Raul, is expecting a baby. That would be a miracle. But it would definitely be front page news. That Raul's better half is expecting a baby. We're assuming, unless we're told otherwise, that he's going to be able to start the game. So does the main kind of like decision come in that front 3, and also does João Moutinho keep his place, or does Dendoncker come into the central midfield?
I think it would be more of a predictable team, or the conventional team, if you like, for Wolves. So we've seen Daniel Podence play over the last couple. I've got a feeling he may drop to the bench. I just think Adama Traore, playing as a right winger, possibly against Jairo Riedewald, who has not played a lot of football, probably going to be the one who comes in because of Arnold's injury, so you can't really ask for a much tougher test for a full-back than that. So, yeah, I think Traore and Jota, either side of Jimenez, and perhaps leave Dendoncker in midfield. Just think his physical attributes would be perhaps a bit better against Palace. I mean, I did say that for the Burnley game, but yeah, just they've got a kind of range in midfield. Milivojevic, MacArthur, they kind of like to mix it up. So I think Dendoncker could be up to that battle.
Prediction?
I'm going to go 2-0 Wolves. They tend to respond. Hopefully they can do. 2 goals would be a nice cushion. I mean, if you're really holding out for more, I mean, you'd like to say a really nice cushion, but it's far from an easy game. I know they have lost their last 6. They don't really have anything to play for. But if you do underestimate Palace, they've got those front players to hurt you. Townsend, Zaha, Ayew as well is a decent player. So if you fall asleep, they'll punish you. So yeah, happily take a 2-0. 3-0?
3-0.
There we go.
3-0, happy days. Myself and Joe will be at the game at Molineux on Monday night. For all the build-up on this one, make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.